going on today, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are, as you can already see, I already kind of got one cross member in. As we had talked about in the last video, that is what we're going to be doing for this video, is getting these cross members put back into the frame. I think I'm going to go ahead and get the coil bucket slapped on as well. I just kind of did it by myself real quick to see what all this would consist of, and how to go about doing it. If you guys have ever pulled cross members before, you know how tightly they're wedged in between the frame rails. So I had to come up with a way to go ahead and spread the frame rails to be able to get these cross members put in. And what I ended up coming up with, or remembering it at least, there was a Greg A video. I don't know if any of you guys watch him, Greg Abarala. I'll probably go ahead and throw his Instagram and stuff up on here too. He's someone that I've watched for really quite a few years, since he started doing everything that he's done, YouTube-wise, social media, all that stuff. Really cool. It's kind of hard to catch my attention in a sense, so he's got my attention pretty well, and I've watched him for a long time. So that may even be something you guys want to check out. But anyways, so a while ago I watched him do a video. He pulled the core support out of one of his Fummins, and what he ended up bringing up was pretty cool. So I think almost all vehicles, if not most, come with some sort of a jack anymore, from factory, just in case you guys, have to change the tire on the side of the road or something like that. Mine ended up coming with a bottle jack from factory back in 1986. So what I ended up doing was I originally had that bottle jack under the front end of the Cummins engine, because on the engine stand it sags a lot, like it's scary. So I ended up putting the bottle jack under there. Well, I thought of Greg's thing today, and decided to pull it out and put a 6x6 under the front of that just for the time being, so I could use a bottle jack on this today. What I ended up doing was I took a 2x4 to put on that side of the frame rail. You can see where it was, the bottle jack, and then the 6x6. And pretty much what I ended up doing was I had the 2x4 on this side, then the bottle jack pressed up against it, and then the 6x6 pressed up on that side. And I took one of my extra 3/8 drive extensions, and kind of ground it down real thin. So on the bottle jack, instead of doing it by hand, I just slide this in here and put the impact on it and run it up. So it's pretty cool little idea, pretty cool thing all the way around, but that's where I ended up getting this whole idea from. So that is what we're going to be doing today. If you haven't noticed already, I did go ahead and drop the rear end back out of the truck, or back off of the frame, just because I didn't want it to interfere with putting this cross members on at all. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead, we'll get these cross members slapped in with the frame and everything. I did have to drill holes again. I can never get away from drilling holes. It's ridiculous. But I did have to go ahead and drill more holes, so I'll probably be doing that a couple times. And then just installing the cross members with new bolts and everything that I already got. I will be going tomorrow. I don't know if I will or not. I need washers still. The stores around me didn't have any shiny washers, which I want. I want all brand new, nice, shiny washers, bolts, nuts, everything. So tomorrow I will probably end up going to get those washers to get put onto these bolts. And then that'll be it. So let's go ahead and get these cross members in, and then we'll go ahead and get this axle back hung, and we'll go ahead and get this video wrapped up after that. Alright guys, so as you just saw, we went ahead and got all of the cross members installed. Now I know these two right here, they both kind of got little pieces that loop from here down to the bottom of the frame. So we'll go ahead and get those installed tomorrow, along with a couple other bolts. And we'll also get the coil buckets for the front of the truck installed as well. So I will catch you guys tomorrow. Alrighty guys, it's now a new day. We are getting ready to go to DW Fastener at Barberton, so I can get those washers that I was talking about. That way we can go ahead and get all this stuff wrapped up. So we're gonna go ahead and head there now. Alright guys, just got our washers, so we're good to go. Go ahead and head back and get these on. See, compared to that one, it's a whole lot thinner. Same there. This bracket that sits in here was hitting the nut, so I had to cut it back so it would fit. You can see how close it is. But we did go ahead and get those cut, so we're good there. What I've been doing here is just drilling the frame out a little bit to get the 1/2-inch bolts to go through. So I'm drilling those out right now. I got I think these. 1, 2, 3. I got 4 more holes left, and then we'll go ahead and get the rest of these brackets on, and then we'll be able to move up to the coil buckets and we'll call it good. so as you just saw, we have all of our cross members in. The factory ones that we are for sure using, those are in. The ones that I'm going to have custom made for the transmission, and then the motor mounts, obviously we don't have those, so I haven't put those in. Something else I did was I put the coil buckets on, very temporarily. As I was looking at the bolts that I got from the Skies kit, as you guys know, I kind of got that kit a while ago, and that stuff has been sitting in here for a little bit. The bolts don't have the shine to them that I want them to, just like these new guys do. Real nice and shiny. The ones that I have from Skies are pretty dull. We'll just kind of take a peek here. See the difference? Okay, maybe not in the light, but there is a big difference there. Everything is different in lighting. This, I don't want to use dark, dull bolts when everything else is brand new, nice and shiny. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get all new bolts for those as well. The place that I will be getting them from is closed today. Anyway, well, for today, they close at 4:30. So I will be going to get those here very soon because I do want to get these coil buckets on. Our next thing will be getting, I need to get a couple hardware items from FabTech. That is where the lift for the truck is from. I need to get bolts, the cam bolts for the adjustment of the front axle on the 4-link arms. And there's like pieces, I forget what they're specifically called. It's kind of like an adapter that goes inside the uniball bearing, where it connects the track bar to the frame. There's like a mount that goes there. So that is the stuff that I will be ordering here next and be doing next relatively soon. Those pieces that go in those uniball bearings are kind of expensive. I think it was like 27 bucks a piece, and there's 2 pieces like per thing. So that's over $50 in just a piece part for that. But it is what it is. We got to do what we got to do, and we got to get this done. So that is going to wrap up today's video, guys. Thank you guys for watching. If you are new here and haven't subscribed, get down there and hit the subscribe button and leave a comment. What you think of the build, questions or comments, inputs, advice, all of that is greatly appreciated. The more that all my stuff is interacted with, the more, you know, kind of looks at it, get the views and stuff like that, the more people it reaches, which means more stuff for us to do here. Super stoked. Lots of cool stuff coming. Like I said, the front axle is next. That's going to be huge. It's going to be fun. I haven't decided yet what I'm going to do with our Cummins engine here right now. We'll see come time, you know, after this front axle and stuff is in, how we're sitting. Might just do like replace the gaskets on it so it's not leaking anymore. But at the same time, it's like I'm not going to any shows with the truck this year, hopefully next year. So I might do a full-blown overhaul on it. I have no idea yet. After the engine stuff is going, I have no idea, because we have some body work that needs done on the cab and the bed, which will be getting done by the guys that did all of this paint work on the whole truck here. That's who will be doing the body work on that. I'm going to need to get with them to see if it's easier if I would bring it to them on the truck, or if I bring it to them in a piece part like that. We will have to see, as we get closer to that time. So yeah, we have plenty of stuff coming up, guys. Definitely hit that subscribe button. You don't want to miss any of this stuff. It's going to start getting fun, start looking very cool. All this rear stuff looks super fresh. I love it. Super stoked for it. So once again, guys, thank you guys for watching. Let me remind you one more time to get down there and hit that subscribe button. And I will catch you guys in the next video.